Hello, my friends. Today's topic is spiritual bypass. Now, that phrase has always had a bad rap. Sort of, you're going to skip the work that it takes to be a spiritual person and just enjoy the feel goody things. But in fact, there is some validation to that term if you use it in the right way. Let's see if maybe this is something that we can apply to our own lives. My name is Paul, and this is Path of Ascension. So don't you hate it when you go into a video and they give you a topic, and before the guy even gets going, he starts doing this sort of a shameless self-promotion about maybe this new song called, Chakra Journey that he has now on iTunes and Spotify and Amazon Music, and he encourages you to go there before you even get to the topic. God, yeah, I hate that.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's just an observation. Anyway, so this idea of spiritual bypass. So a lot of you, and probably most of you on this channel, are in the midst of what you might consider a spiritual journey. And that is, in effect, sort of recognizing that a lot of the things that you have thought out through the years and through your life have been constructs of your mind. And a lot of us have been led by those constructs to believe that's the fundamental essence of who we are, our minds, when in fact there's something beneath that.
Okay, what?
People who take a spiritual path or a spiritual journey, which is obviously a good thing, we still are connected to this idea that we are here and we're trying to go here. So we're still sort of attached to the fact that we're not where we need to be. The reality of that is we are exactly where we need to be. We are just veiling it with all these other stories of ourselves, all this construct, all these things that our mind creates. So we become sort of the followers of our mind rather than the leaders, if that makes sense.
What the fuck are you talking about, man?
Okay, so I'm getting to it. So in the midst of this so-called spiritual journey that we're all on, obviously we thought, well, we should meditate and we should do yoga and we need to follow this practice and maybe see this guru and figure out, what we're supposed to do. And this is our steps along the path, like there's some kind of grid that maps it out for you. I have all this stuff, so I better go see a therapist first and get a lot of this worked out, or whatever I need to do to purge all this stuff. And this is where this idea of spiritual bypass comes in, because there is a school of thought that believes that that's really unnecessary. That once you stop and once you cut off all these ideas of who you think you are, there is something beneath that, and that something is who you really are. So what, is Paul telling me not to go to therapy now, not to do meditation or yoga or any of these things that I've been doing for years? No, I'm not telling you that. I think there's I've done them too. There's some use in all of that. But if you look at things like therapy, one of the biggest benefits is to look at some of the things that really hurt you. And you're not just passing over them or stashing them aside and allowing them to affect your life every day. You're actually looking at them, experiencing them, and letting that pain come. I know a lot of us try to, pursue the joys in life and the fun and the happy things, and we kind of shy away and back off of the things that are painful.
Well, have you thought about, I don't know, not doing that?
Well, yes, I have. There is a better way, and that would be to accept things as they come. If something comes that's sad, then it's sad. If something makes you happy, then it makes you happy. But the bottom line is, these are all just experiences. They are not you. Your stories around them are not you. A better way is to just be and accept those things as they come. And you have all already done this, and I can even prove it to you. You ever be with somebody and somebody tells a joke or something's really funny and you start laughing and you can't stop laughing, and at a certain point you don't even know what you're laughing about, you're just laughing. Well, that's an expression, but what happens in that time frame is that there is no you. There is nobody that you're attaching to. All you are is just awareness, and you're just experiencing that fully. And I think if we could just live like that day to day in every situation, we could do a spiritual bypass. So is it a little radical to say, well, okay, what do I need to do? Stop trying? It is, but that's exactly it. Just like in law of attraction, once you're aware that you lack something, you're kind of in a bad place to get it. So I'd encourage you to try this for a day. Just stop everything and just experience what comes, and let me know in the comments below how that day went for you and how you experienced that. And in the spirit of the idea of laughter, let me leave you with a little Zen koan joke. If a guy is in the forest and he makes a statement and his wife's not there, is he still wrong?